Howdy howdy, Frosty510 here. Welcome to I'm an Air Traffic Controller, Airport here at HANEDA demo. Now, it's not a cheap game, so I thought, let's try the demo, see if it's any good, and you can come along on this journey and make up your own mind. Let's just go straight into it. If you're new, select the beginner stage. If you've already played, you've got to play these trial stages. Let's do beginner. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm a bit worried going in. I thought, looking at this game, I'm thinking like it'd be really challenging. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Let's see. Okay. Take off one aircraft from runway 16L. I'll start training. You can check. You can earn points by giving instructions to the aircraft. At the end of your assigned time, if you have earned more points than are required, you clear the stage. Okay, so the main air traffic control flow for departures from HANEDA Airport is runway selection, taxiing approval, takeoff approval. Let's actually experience step by step. Okay. No, I don't want to skip the tutorial. I'm going to do it. What do I do? When the departure time of your flight is approaching, a strip with the flight information for the aircraft will appear in the departure list. Strips are used to check the status and give instructions to the aircraft. The communication between air traffic controllers and pilots is called ATC and is carried out via radio. The first communication for departing flights begins with a mutual confirmation of the flight plan to the destination airport. Okay. Okay, command is displayed to give instructions to the aircraft. A apostrophe icon appears on the strip while the command is displayed. In the small frame below the icon, the amount of time the aircraft has been left unattended is indicated by a gauge. Each time the gauge reaches the right end, the colour of the icon changes to 4 stages. Okay. The more you make the aircraft wait, the fewer points you'll get, so be careful. Note that with the green apostrophe will be displayed when you cannot earn points but can give instructions as necessary. You can also use the right stick, triangle and square to control the camera's viewpoint and zoom. Air traffic control is divided into 5 sections and departure begin with delivery. Now approve the flight plan by selecting departure approval. Might be better to switch this to Japanese and just have the subtitles. Selecting command initiates a communication conversation between the air traffic controller and the pilot. Each air traffic controller is responsible for a section. When that section is in communication with the aircraft, you cannot give instructions to other aircraft until the communication is over. Therefore, considering the timing and sequence of the command selection and give instructions to the aircraft, take into account the waiting time for the communication. Okay. Okay, so once the departure approval is complete, the aircraft moves to ground control, which is in charge of aircraft on the ground within the airport. Ground control will give you the runway for the aircraft to take off from and the taxi route to take you to that runway. Select 16L and taxi route A. Okay.
Nippon Air 3428, Tokyo Ground, pushback approved, heading north, runway 16 left. Pushback approved, runway 16 left, Nippon Air 3428.
Since the aircraft cannot move backwards, it is pushed back by a towing car. Oh, I see it. Let me just put the music down. I feel like it's a little loud. Yeah, I'll do 60. That's all fine. Okay, so we can switch the language in the main menu. Probably be a good idea to do that, but let's just continue. Let's continue. Yep. Is there a fast forward option? Switch radar. Oh, so we have a larger one. Okay, for the planes coming in. So yeah, learning all about how airports work, I suppose, is the main thing about the game, and it's kind of like a restaurant. I feel like that's the best way to link it. In terms of you have to have everything in certain stages. Say like the food cooked and then prepared and then put on the dish, and then that one is all is done to be cooked at the same time. So this is everything needs to flow smoothly. So the delays you experience are because I suppose you have the differences in terms of you expect the planes to arrive at your airport at this time, and if they don't arrive at that time, it pushes everything back because you have to allow for the runway to be used to land, and then to taxi via the route, and then luggage and all that sort of stuff. So it's just the okay. The request of the taxi. Departing flight has been pushed back and has left the spot parking area. Give the taxi instruction. Yep. Okay. All good. And we're taxi route A.
3428. Taxi to runway 16 left. Taxi to runway 16 left. Deploy 3428.
So like airport delays, because flights again are subject to conditions, environmental conditions, you can never have no delays and perfect performance in terms of meeting. I suppose they have some leeway for that sort of thing. I wonder what sort of leeway they have. Like trains have leeway in terms of arrival times, departure times, and keeping to the schedules, but I wonder how much the planes do and whether they get fined regularly for being in breach of them, or whether they're just under different regulations altogether. Alright, ground to tower. On the way to the takeoff runway, it is necessary to pass the communication from ground control to tower control, which is in charge of takeoffs and landings in the airspace around the airport and on the runway. The handover of control is called a handoff in aviation terminology. By giving instructions while handing off control in this manner, aircraft can move through the airport without getting lost. Again, another issue. Hand over the control by selecting tower handoff. Okay, so tower handoff.
Nippon Air 3428. Contact tower 118 decimal 7. Contact tower 118 decimal 7. Nippon Air
38. Yep.
Tokyo Tower, Nippon Air 3428 on your frequency. Tokyo Tower, Nippon Air 3428 ready for departure.
Aircraft may not enter the runway without the air traffic controller instructions. After observing the conditions of other aircraft, the aircraft may be allowed to enter the runway. If it looks like you can safely take off, you may select takeoff approval. Finally, it's time to take off. All good. So I did change the radar because I imagine we'll be seeing planes coming in. Maybe we won't. L2 takes us. Sure. I'm glad I did the tutorial. I feel like in this game I was sort of dreading the procedure being a bit overwhelming. So it's really important to break it down into understandable steps. The buildings and things in the background look pretty average, I'll be honest. But then, like, the planes themselves look... The plane looks good. I think the plane looks good. I kind of feel like the airport itself looks pretty bland. So I suppose it's, you know, detail where detail matters. And that's in terms of the actual mechanics of the game. Being, you know, as accurate as possible. Why does the plane look like it has a butthole? Scratch that. Forget I said that. Let's focus. Focus. Bonus challenge. With the bonus challenge, you can earn more points. Okay. Go to the wheels. That's the angle. A short time after the aircraft takes off, it is handed off to departure control, which monitors the air route to the destination. Even if you do not instruct departure handoff, the aircraft will automatically hand off after a while, but you can earn points by giving the instruction.
Air 3428, contact Tokyo departure 120.7.
Contact Tokyo departure. Nippon Air 3428.
Good day.
Good day. Departing flights that are moving away from the airport and into the distance will have more handoffs after this. If you forget to give an ATC instruction, the instruction will be automatically selected and you will not receive any points. After this, you can actually try to control a departing flight by yourself. Alright.
Tokyo delivery, Japan Sky 1623, export 17, request clearance to Naha Airport, flight level 200.
I'll just say yeah. Why would I say no?
Tokyo delivery cleared to Naha Airport via Vamos to departure. Flight planned route. Maintain flight level 200. Scope 2536. Lead back.
Clear to Naha Airport via Vamos to departure. Flight planned route. Maintain flight level 200. Scope 2536. Japan Sky 1623.
Japan Sky 1623. Lead back is correct. Contact ground when ready for pushback.
Roger. Contact ground when ready for pushback. Japan Sky 1623. Tokyo ground. Japan Sky 1623. Request pushback.
Does it matter? That one's further away. Okay, so we want... Surely 16R is the closest one. And A is pretty quick.
Japan Sky 1623. Tokyo ground. Pushback approved. Heading north. Runway 16 right. Pushback approved. Runway
I'm just thinking, alright, we'll be fine. We're fine. We're all good now. It's fine. We're all good now. We need to go straight into the heavy stuff. I want to see. Alright, let's go straight to... Oh yeah, we got the stuff things. Let's go... Yeah. It is a demo after all, so we only get a few stages, but... I want to see if you can actually crash the damn things. Alright. Land one aircraft on runway 22.
Tokyo delivery. Inter-air 81 spot 6. Request clearance to Fukuoka Airport. Flight level 170.
Sure.
Inter-air 81 Tokyo delivery cleared to Fukuoka Airport via Inox to departure. Flight plan route. Maintain flight level 170. Scope 2346. Lead back.
Clear to Fukuoka Airport via Inox 2. Departure. Flight plan route. Maintain flight level 170. Scope 2346. Inter-air 81.
Inter-air 81. Lead back is correct. Contact ground when ready for pushback.
Roger. Contact ground when ready for pushback.
God damn, this is boring. Holy crap.
Tokyo ground.
I mean, yeah.
81. Request push. Grid bar 1543.
Oh god, there's stuff happening. Yeah, you get that one. Hey, yep, you do that. Oh shit, stuff's happening now. Yeah. Yep. Oh god, things are happening. Yeah, you do that.
Final approach course. Descend maintain 9,000.
Okay, okay. This is it. This is... Yep, it's all good. It's all good, man. We're all good. I'm not even reading the text. I'm just completely...
to departure. Right plan route. Maintain flight level 200. Squawk.
Where do you want to go?
5. Lead park.
Is that you? That's you. You. Talk to me.
Departure flight plan route. Maintain flight level 200. Squawk 2055 Air Sonic 996.
Airsonic 996. Lead park is correct. Contact ground when ready for push.
Oh god, there's another one coming in. Jess, where are you landing? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, now we've gone from boring to hectic. You've got to go there. B's fine.
Airsonic 996 Tokyo ground. Push back.
You ready? You ready to go? Hurry up and get going. Oh, order Jay, okay, you want to go. You can't land there. You can land, no wait, can you? You can land there, okay.
Capacity 48. Tokyo approach. Runway 22 heading 1.
You're all good. Yep, it's okay. It's all good, go. I'm pretty sure I've done it right. Oh my god, there's so many things going on at once. No, it's all good. Go. Taxi, start taxiing. Why aren't you taxiing? What is your problem? Maintain course, you're all good.
Red flag 113. Continue approach.
Continue approach. Grid bar 154.
What do you mean 10 minutes remaining? The music I think is pretty average, honestly. Can I see the other planes in the air? Oh, I can see them over there? No, those are the ones on the ground. And those are the ones on the ground. So when I go to... Obviously increase speed. I don't know why I'm just randomly telling them to increase their speed. Go, little one! You can do it! You're only little. I believe in you. Approved! Maintain speed. Oh my gosh. So, that's where the... Oh my god, I'm so confused. So, no, the GBO's over there. JSL's further back. It's all good. It's all good. Don't you worry about it. Yep, approve. Yep, it's all good. And you know, 8-1 is taking his time. ASR 998 and 996, I mean, he's in good shape as well. NFA just gave approval, so they're going to be taxiing in a second, and then we'll see where they go. I'm a little worried about how close ASR is getting to NPA. GBA just doesn't want to keep maintain speed. It's fine. It's fine. So you're still taxiing, and I'm still moving here. Alright, so we've had a bit of a turnaround. The game is much better, I think, when there's a lot more going on. Even if it is more hectic, I feel like it's just, this is where the game is shining. Because you're not worrying about, you know, the graphics and the background. You just, why do these guys keep complaining? They just never shut up, sort of thing. Increase speed! I don't know why, but just do it. Go! Is this it? You on the runway? I need you to go on there and crash into that one. No, it's... Oh, I just want them to crash. I just want them to crash so bad. I wonder if he can. I bet you can't.
Red flag 153.
Can't do the turn handoff. Hurry up and launch! Turn our handoff. Launch! Okay, so we have like a maintain speed. That's fine. So we have a couple fixed positions we can look, which don't really help me in the slightest. Oh god, they don't help at all. Okay. Takeoff approved. Go! Get the heck out of here! Go! Oh, just go already. Please go! Oh my god, these people, man. Yeah, it's all good, land. Tower handoff. Back to it. You going? Oh my god, just go. I understand. They're all good things. I understand the procedures and all that is totally good thing. I totally get it. But there's plenty of industries which could also implement procedures, and yes, they also involve life and death, and they do not. There is a kind of slightly different way of doing it. That said, you know, it's not that they're cavalier with life and death or anything, it's just that slightly different, very quick circumstances, pressure on situations. That's it. It's all, you know, everything's still done properly. I feel like the ground to tower handoff is a little, eh. Alright, come on. I'm trying to make an accident happen on purpose, so this is... So we got there. How far away are GBA? Oh, whoa, so he's landing. Okay. JSL, how far away? JSL's still far enough away. Alright, now we get you handed back to ground. So, just let me focus on GBA for a second, because I'm going to get GBA done. Okay, you're gone? Wonderful. Oh, INRS has to be handed back. Yeah, departure. Gotta get. Give me a choice. Okay, going D3. Okay, all good. INRS 8 is gone. ARS 996 is ready. Taxiing. Yeah, it's all good. Hand to ground. JSL 48 is coming in for landing. I think you'd have to work really hard to crash the planes. What am I thinking? It's fine. Okay, take off ARS 996. Come on, just take off. Okay, so there's two up. Okay, you landed, JSL. Let's get you into the hangar. NPA 758 has been taking their time. They should be ready to launch. Ah, GBA's in the way. Which way is GBA going? Oh, you're gonna have a goddamn collision, aren't you? Ah. Oh, we didn't get to see the collision. Okay, so I didn't get S. I really don't know how I could have done any quicker. But I do understand that that bit there at the end wasn't so good. Alright, thoughts. The game is for a very distinct group of people. And I'll be honest, I feel like if it chucked me in the deep end from the start, it'd be a better game in terms of just being a game. But as far as a, you know, airport management, flight route, simulation type situation. I think it's really well done. I think the bureaucracy is there and it's well represented. I do feel like I should have changed the language to Japanese, but again, for the sake of the YouTube thing, I think it makes sense. But that said, I skipped a lot of the dialogue because you can, I don't know, if there was errors in the communications, I think it'd be a even more challenging game to go through to actually pinpoint the small little nitpicking errors that are made in procedure, if there were some made, which maybe there aren't ever any procedural errors made. Sure. But that would add a level of complexity to the game. Maybe it'd be a bit too demanding when you have full stack of flights on board to manage. But I think in terms of the gameplay and things, I think it's really well made. There is a systematic feel to it that is, well entrenched design decisions were made and reinforced. So it is a really well made game. I don't think I could say anything. Yeah, it's just really well made. The graphics of the world itself are very average. They could be a lot better. But that said, does it matter? No, because when you're getting hectic, when you have time to look at them, they don't look good. But when you don't have time to look at them, you don't worry about it. I kind of wanted the planes to actually get to the bays and things and then have it even more of the level of complexity of, where the passengers are going. And in terms of, losing the planes, and I feel like there could be even more in terms of the actual airport running itself. So there's like a whole other level of complexity that could be added to it. But that said, I think it's well made. I think, if you're interested in this sort of game, just try the demo or you should be able to tell from just what I've shown you today in the gameplay. It's very niche, I feel like, but it's very well made. I think it's a good game. Pretty much. Would I buy it? I don't think I'd buy it, but I feel like if it was really cheap, I actually would consider it because it is good and it is fun with them all coming at once, landing, and you're trying to get that one up and going, that one there, and I made sure they go to that one and there, and then those two are going to clash. I really want to see what happens if you make a massive error and see if the planes can actually crash in midair, if there's any sort of animation for that, any explosions or anything. I know it's a bit, evil, but I'm interested in seeing if that's possible. But yeah, I'm pretty glowing. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, so it was a bit boring at first, tutorials and things, but and a bit slow. But then once it started happening, the action, I felt like, you don't need to fast forward. I felt like you needed to fast forward in the tutorial. But once, the full, slightly more difficult one, having a fast forward, you'd be in real trouble. You've got to just keep your eye on everything. And I really should have stopped taxiing the one that was, I think, which one was it? It was the third flight I had that was supposed to leave. Went to the wrong one. That's the one I was trying to intentionally create a collision. It took too long to get there though, so the taxiing is quite slow. It's so much involved in the whole system. So it's good that it broke it down and I understand more about how airports work now than I did going in. So there is some learning and education in there too. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's been Frosty Fire 10. Like and subscribe. Tell me what you think of Airport Hero Haneda. I am an air traffic controller. Tell me what you think about it. Whether you would, buy the game, or whether you played the predecessors, or, which versions of things, and whether you like airport sims, or any sims really, because I do feel, there's a good, big audience for different sim sort of games. Like bus sim, and lawnmower sim, and farm sim, and truck sim, and all sorts of them. Because there's a sort of, you're doing a job, but at the same time, there's other ways it's presented that make it, like this one, much really interesting. The passage of time feels like realistic is probably quicker, but maybe it isn't. Maybe that they're just so many. It's just an intense job being an air traffic controller, and you get to feel a little bit of that. Again, you don't feel the weight, the gravity, the weight of lives on your shoulders and things, but it's a good game. Yeah. All right then. It's been Frosty Fire 10. Catch you next time. Bye bye.